Hey, everybody. Glad to have you. Glad to have you in the building. We are live. We are live. We are live. I don't know what to do today because this is for you all. This is Community Corner. We are hanging out today, doing something a little different on the channel and in the show. I see folks are chiming in. I'm just going to say this, and I'll probably cut this part off afterwards. You guys got questions, you got topics you want to cover, because I don't have a plan. My plan was to show up for this celebration that everybody wanted to do today, and so the show is in your hands. What we talk about, what topics we cover, what tips we cover, what workflows we cover is all on you all. So I I want to make sure everybody can hear me. You all should be able to hear me. If you can, give me a thumbs up. I see folks in the lounge frowning like they can't hear me. So I'm trying to make sure that you can hear me. And I see folks are responding to the question that I put in to the chat. Hey, hey, glad to have you guys in the building. Okay, are we getting any echo back, any slap back? All right. So that did it. Thank you all for telling me. Thank you, Emotional CEO, for saying that you all can see me. So I'm just going to talk to y'all today and you're going to tell me what you want to talk about. So I'm going to start because I love this when I saw it. She slid in and put her purse down and saved her seat early. Yes, 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 and yes. Awesome. Glad to have you here, Tora. I see you cutting up, so it ain't no telling what may happen today. Hello, hello, Frank Jackson. Glad to have you in the building with us. And I'm multitasking over here, y'all, and I'm a terrible multitasker. Um, I'll come back to some of these other comments. I did see this young lady. Hello, 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 Miss Gretchen. Glad to see you in the building. And I skipped over my brother. Hey, emotional CEO. Yes, happy Friday, Live Tribe. And if you are not commenting, if you have not hit the thumbs up, if you don't ask a question, you may be watching, but you may not be commenting yet. Would love to have you chime in and enjoy this time with us this evening. Slightly different show than it has been in the past, but I try new things. Hello, moderator. Salute to you, Miss Inanea. Love your balloons. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Um, Thank you, Gretchen, dropping in to send me a happy birthday. Thank you. Okay, great. Go to your reception. Have a great time, and bring back some good news. You were talked about, Doc talked about you learning to play and using your art, using our art to be creative and let go of the inner child in us. So I'm going to be a big old kid today. Hello, hello, my friend, Professor James Hicks in the building. Glad to have you with us. So I did put a poll question out on the channel and want to make sure you guys saw it. You should see it there in the chat. And what's your process or workflow or productivity tip that you would like me to talk about on the channel, whether it be in a live stream, a recorded video, or any other way you want it talked about? Let me know. Let me know. I'm going to see what some of the answers are if I can figure out how to do this. I did see some answers earlier, I thought. Let me see. I don't see an answer. So if you got an answer to that question, please go ahead and respond to it in the chat. Um, and let me know. Let me know something that you want to have talked about on the channel. Uh, yeah, I agree with you, Gretchen. Embrace your inner 5-year-old and play. Have some fun. I was listening to Doc, and when he talked about we would go outside and we would play with anything. We'd pick up some sticks and figure out how to make it fun. That's what we got to learn to do again. Let go of all of the stuff that we're too good to do and we're too sophisticated to do and all of that. Just let yourself go and have fun. So I'm going to go back to the top and see what else I have missed. The emotional CEO is messing with Tora to my she came in and got her seat. She ready. And thank you all kindly for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Again, this is very, I have to tell you, both Frank and my brother will tell you this is quite uncomfortable for me because this is one of the areas I struggle with. So I'm doing this to get out of my own way, to get out of my own head about being celebrated. So you guys are stretching me and helping me grow. Thank you for doing that. All right. Anybody got any questions? Because I love to answer questions. There she is. Tora, our buddy is here. Hello, hello, Miss Yolanda B. Thank you. You caused this. I'm just letting you know this is because of you. You would not let it go. I should have made you come on the show with me since you were the one who caused this to happen. You all see? You see? You see what he's doing, right? Getting on me. Be careful out there on the road, Miss Yolanda. Please pay attention to the road. Pay attention to the road. Cause you drive great. It's them other people out there behind those wheels. They suspect. They are suspect. So I will share with you all my birthday present for me. I get myself a birthday present every year, just so you know. I've done that my entire life since I started making my own coins. It may be something very small, but this is something small but not small. And I'll tell you the history. So I'm going to this here she is. Here she is. Thank you, James Hicks. Thank you, James Hicks. This is your doing. Thank you, James Hicks. So, yeah, ZVE 10 with a 23 millimeter prime lens. Excited. I have not owned an actual real camera. So here's the story for this and why I resisted. I have not owned an actual camera since I was in the Navy. And one year I got a camera for a whole setup for a birthday gift. And the camera ended up getting stolen. And when that happened, something I don't know, it broke something in me. And I literally stopped taking pictures and refused to own another camera. So this is huge for me to come back to something that at one point I was really excited about having, using, and learning more about. So this is her. I haven't named her yet. So if you guys got ideas for what to name her, it's a she. For what to name her, let me know. I'll take options. I have spent the last couple of days learning how to set her up. So all of my settings I think are in, except the white balance part, because I don't understand that. So I have to James or somebody's gonna have to help me with that part because I don't understand this whole concept of white balance. So wanted to share that. I see your question, Ananea. I will and I will answer you because I've actually told you all what I love to do. And I'm going to answer Ananea's question. What did little Florence love to do as a child that you would say planted the seed to what you love to do today? And believe it or not, I actually talk about it all the time. It's what I love to do as a child. It's what I still love to do to this day. It is something I've loved my entire life, and that is reading in books. Reading. I am happiest when I get a good book and I can read. I I have never really loved reading a lot of fiction, but I will read fiction. But information dense, things where I'm learning, things that feed my mind, my spirit, books that, and writings that feed me. It's what I love to do, and it's what I've always loved to do. Even as a little kid, I would go find a corner. If everybody was upstairs, I'd go downstairs. If people were all over the house, I'd go outside with the book. I would lay out in the sun with a book and read all day and not be bothered by anybody or interact with anyone because me and my books, I was happy with them. So that's really been the thing that has stuck with me. And I talk about it on the channel and in various topics all the time because it's really what feeds me. I think I shared at one point that I had all of my closets had bookshelves custom built into every closet that I have. Every single closet has bookshelves built into it, and all of them have books in them. Yeah, they are twin troublemakers, aren't they, Gretchen? Tora and Miss Yolanda B, the twin troublemakers of the best kind. Yes, they are. And I did see another great person join here. Where are you? I know I saw you. Philip, I saw you slide in here. Where'd you go? I know I saw you. I did see you. How are you doing, Philip? How are things going? And thank you for saying nice camera. Help me figure out a name for her. 'Cause I haven't figured out a name yet. You think you're being nice? Okay. All right. Hey, Mike Flemons. Glad to have you join us today. If you got a question about productivity, process, workflows, tools you can use, working with the team, working alone, um, making space and time in your day for you, ask your questions. Here, see, Frank, you telling too much. Yes, my house is a library. It really is. There are books everywhere. I mean, like they're not stacked up on the floor, but they could be. I got bookshelves stuck everywhere. Um, just checking. So, has anyone tried two things I will share and share with you all, and if I can figure out how to make it work, I will. Um, has anyone tried the new Elgato Virtual Stream Deck? If you have, put a one in the comments. If you haven't, um, let me know. I have, and I it's interesting. I'm enjoying using it. Thank you, Philip, for saying you're here for a friendly voice and encouragement. You encourage other people with your content in a very quiet, thoughtful, authoritative way. You encourage people, and so if you guys have not gone to the Next Step of Faith channel and watched what he put out, listen to him, and not just listen, but meditate on what he talks about and how he breaks down applying the word of God in our lives. Please do. It will encourage you tremendously. So, Philip, you're the encouragement. And even through last year, as you were going through all that you went through, I was still encouraged because sometimes I just went back and looked at things that you had put out and went through it again. So, yeah. And I don't know what you're talking about, and I love it. Tor Oh, what are you talking about, Tora? The question that I asked? Okay. Because you did put a one in in the comment. Okay. So yeah, the virtual stream deck is wonderful. Um, I will let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Cause of course, I be wanting to try stuff. I be wanting to try things. So let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Stream Deck to the wind, y'all. Let's see what this ends up looking like. So this is my Stream Deck. And I have now got this VSD1, which is a virtual stream deck. So this is the virtual stream deck that is there. It's really Stream Deck on your computer. Here's the catch. You need to have one of any size Stream Deck, one of the physical Stream Decks in order to use this. 6 key, 15 key, 32 keys, pedal, three pedal, 3 key or 3 button pedal, Stream Deck Plus. Any one of them, you just need one, and you plug it in, and then you can install the virtual Stream Deck software. The software is the same Stream Deck software. And you don't have to have the physical Stream Deck connected the entire time, but you do need it to get the software installed on your machine, whichever computer you want to put it on, and periodically, like maybe every couple of months or so, you may need to plug it in. And right now, this is in beta. It is not gold yet. It is not a fully released product that you can just go get. You have to install the beta software on your device to use it. But there's so much I love about this thing. You can let me see if I can remember how I did it. You can configure the number of rows that you want. So let's say I've got 8 rows and 6 columns. Let's say I want to make it 3 columns and 2 rows, or 3 columns and 4 rows. So you can change the size, the number of buttons that you display, and you can create multiple virtual stream decks on your machine, which I love. You can have one for let's say, I'm always talking about different parts of our life. So you could have one virtual stream deck that's just for what you do with your volunteer service. One virtual stream deck that you use for your personal main software that you use all the time. Another virtual stream deck for your house of worship. Another virtual stream deck for when you are you want to play games or listen to music or do video editing or play with artificial intelligence, whatever. So you can create many, many, many of these, and you can turn them on and off as you desire. You can change, and I'm going to bring one over here, this one over here, so you can see what it looks like. So this is my virtual stream deck, the one that you're looking at, and I can change the frame color from this blue, and I can make it, what color? Y'all tell me a color. I'll make it this maroon color. I can, I can make that color opaque. I can take it all the way down. I can make the key size bigger or smaller. I can hide empty keys. You see, I've got 6 keys on here, but you don't see them on the Stream Deck. I can turn off that so that whether I have all the keys hidden, whether they have something on them or not. I like it hidden, so I only want to see on the virtual Stream Deck the buttons that are configured with something or programmed with something. I can say when the cursor leaves the panel that it auto hides the Stream Deck. I just leave it on the screen. I don't want it to auto hide. I can have after the action is triggered that the virtual Stream Deck disappears off the screen. I have both of those unchecked because I don't want it to leave off the screen. I can assign a hotkey to it. I can make it a fixed key, a fixed display, or a dynamic display, meaning as I add other buttons to it. For example, I just put the new Elgato Zoom plugin on. So if I put this on and this on, this is all Zoom stuff. Raise my hand, lower my hand, do some kind of a reaction. Um, and so I can have it be dynamic so that the shapes are changing around. So these are all Zoom. These four are Zoom controls to control the Zoom program when I'm in it. And this is other stuff that I set up for other purposes. So you can do all of that. You can have it disappear. You can bring it back. You can also, nope. You can also, I think I said this, you can put up to 8 times 8 rows. So you can have 64 rows of buttons. Let me turn this off so you can see. So I have this Stream Deck now that I've put in, and it has 64 buttons that I can set up on here. And I can make a huge number of different Stream Decks with up to 64 buttons. So if you thought the 32 key Excel was great, imagine a whole bunch of 64 key. You could plaster your desktop with Stream Deck buttons and run everything just from pressing a button. That, I'm going to tell you how I'm using it. The way I'm using it right now primarily is when I want to temporarily run a function for a production, whether it's a Zoom meeting. I just realized I did something today that I did not intend to do. Um, a temporary meeting, and I don't need it to be permanent. I use it for that. I'll throw the button on and take it off. If I'm testing how to do something on the computer and I haven't figured out how I want to use it yet, I'll make one of these virtual Stream Decks, play with it, because as you all know, with Stream Deck, you can copy a Stream Deck profile from one Stream Deck to the other. So for me, instead of changing my physical Stream Deck now, I play and build on the virtual Stream Deck. And then when I'm get it the way I want it, I copy that profile from the virtual Stream Deck to the physical Stream Deck. So it's a great way to have flexibility and be able to use it. So I like the program. And if you haven't tried it, and if you are one who is willing to live a little dangerously by putting beta software on your computer, you may want to try it. So, thoughts, reactions to the virtual Stream Deck. Thank you, Micah, for saying I'm doing a great job on the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shirley. Appreciate it. I haven't seen you over here in a minute. I'm so glad to see you come through. So glad to see you come through. Thank you for saying happy birthday. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any questions about the virtual Stream Deck? Did I put everybody to sleep? Okay. So I, again, this is for you all. I didn't come in with a pre-planned topic today. I wanted to leave it loose and light so that you all can get what you wanted. I can share anything that um, that you want to have me share about a topic. Oh, hold on. Let me look. I took that off. Let me go look. Let me go look. I'm going to look. I'm going to look. Okay. Okay. One question is, what's harder for you, starting from scratch or sticking to a routine? Hmm. Actually, neither is hard for me. Neither one it's hard for me. I can start something from scratch, and I think it's because of the nature of my career. I'm constantly having to start with the unknown, the uncertain, how something will work, how something will turn out. Don't know what the end is always going to look like. Don't know, I'm learning I'm forming new teams of people all the time, having to go through team building with a new group of people all the time, people who have maybe never worked together, who maybe have never met before, forming them into a team that works well. I'm having to work in multi vendor environments where I'm having teams from different companies that I've got to get them to all work together. And each company has its own agenda, so trying to make everybody's agenda about the project and not about themselves or their individual company or their individual goals or desires. So both, neither one is really hard for me. Either starting from scratch or sticking to a routine. I'm very routine oriented. There are some things, for example, if my keys are not where I keep them, I can't even think. I cannot even think where they would be. Um, and so some parts to me are very routine, and then it's because of the work. I'll answer you in a second, Shirley. Are very flexible, and uncertainty doesn't bother me. Many people, uncertainty is a big barrier. It's not for me, and again, I think it comes from my career of being in the technology space, and you don't ever know what's gonna happen with technology. One day, it's great, and the next day, it can just lose its mind and decide to do whatever it wants to do, and nothing you're gonna do is gonna change it. Having to make updates and changes and refine and refresh constantly is the world that I've grown up in, so to speak. I've been working with technology since I was in undergraduate school, literally since I was about 19 years old. So it's normal to me um, to have to do both. No, my background is not HR. Oh, heaven forbid. Oh, absolutely not. My background is in technology. I've worked in huge, gigantic computer rooms. I've built gigantic computer rooms. I've torn down gigantic computer rooms. I've done coding, development, as some would say. I've done hardware support. I've done software support, program management, engagement management, business process assessments and development. Um, so a lot of different pieces and parts. I've worked with all kinds of systems, linen systems, um, moving people, uh, putting in like cath lab systems, pharmacy systems, ERP systems in large organizations, all kinds of different topics, even running programs to write official white papers, things that, those little white papers that everybody want you to get. Those things take months and months in large teams to put together. And it may turn out to be 5 pages, but those 5 pages can represent sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars of work that was done. And most people don't think about like it's just 5 pages, but those 5 pages, every space, every comma, every single word is a word that was fought for to put in there. And did it answer the question that was trying to be answered? So something as simple as that. survey systems, all kind of stuff. Just you name it. So, um, yeah, so that's a little bit about my background. I'm a nerd. Just nerd alert. I really am. I'm a nerd. uh, so I find it it surely I think that's interesting personnel qualities because I'm really truly a nerd. I'm happy it's in Nerdville. I thought I saw another question crop up. Yeah, I see your questions over here. So then, what system did you resist at first, but now don't want to go without? What system did I resist at first? The one and early on in my process of learning this whole productivity, and I remember this. I was in undergraduate school, and I can see it like it was yesterday. And I really resisted. The calendar part was easy for me. I enjoyed that. But I resisted having a plan of what tasks to accomplish and being very discreet about them. I resisted that for a long time. And I remember literally going through notebooks and notebooks and notebooks, making lists and then chucking them all and throwing them in the trash because I thought this will never work. But the calendar always worked for me. That was the thing that I resisted the most, and it was just when it just come to me by myself, that was the thing that was what was a struggle for me, but once I got it and started to see what a difference it made and how much stress it took off of me, I was all in. I literally was all in at that point. Uh, Thank you, Upstate Pickleball and Paddles. I appreciate that. What's your name? Pickleball and Paddles. What who is this? And I'm glad you're here too. Um, Tora, what question you wish more people ask you when it comes to building workflows? A question that I wish more people would ask. Um, I wish that people would ask what they needed and give me enough information about where they are and where their struggle is in oh, hey, Gary. I'm sorry, Squirrel. Hey, Gary, I did not know that was your other channel. Thank you. Um, Gary Link, y'all. Awesome, awesome man of God. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. You can put house in, everybody, you can type house into the chat and it will give um, your channel information so everybody can find you and find out what you're about. So, what I really wish people would ask about what they need because each person is really, really unique. And there are literally millions and millions and millions of apps that you can go to. And I've said this before, they will all work. Here's where the difference is understanding what you need to accomplish or what you want to accomplish and how you think and work, and helping me understand how you think because that's really where you get the most benefit from working with a person like me or sitting down with me and working through it. I can only give kind of broad answers when I don't really know what you're trying to accomplish or how you think. If you are a true paper-based person, that's great. I can work with you. If you're a hybrid person, meaning you part of your system is paper and part of your system is digital, that's great. If you're fully digital, that's great. It will all work. You really have to know how you think. Like I'm a hybrid person. I use both paper and digital. And I don't see myself not being both. I don't work effectively fully paper and I don't work effectively fully digital. So for me I had to learn I needed to use both. So those are the questions but this is the thing I've said before, Tora. One of the reasons I want to do some things in private sessions is because there are some things that should never be in the public square for anyone, for any of us. They just really should not be in the public square. And when it comes to our personal productivity, it's just that it's personal and it can put us in a very vulnerable state when we really start to say, I really suck at using a calendar. You're not going to say that generally and really be sincere in terms of what that really looks like for you um, in a public place. But if we're having a one on one or we're in a small office hours type setting, you might say, well, yeah, I have a calendar, but I don't really understand. And I had this with someone. They were using iPhone, but they didn't know how to set up different calendars on the iPhone. And so they were putting and they had multiple calendars and didn't know how they got them there. So they were putting things on the calendar and some would be on one calendar and some things would be on another calendar and they couldn't keep track of what was where. And they were missing appointments, not because they didn't have it on the calendar, but because they didn't understand the foundation of how using multiple Apple calendars, iOS calendars on their phone, because that was the device they used. They didn't understand that. I spent maybe a half an hour with them. We got all of the appointments into one calendar. I removed all of the subsequent calendars for them and just said, use this one. Don't create any new ones. Just use this one because that was who that person was. Me, on the other hand, if I tried to put everything in my world on one single calendar, it would never work. One, I got too many different pieces and parts. And two, the colors make a difference for me. So the question is, that's what I would want. I want people to ask more of, and it does require being willing to not just be always in the public square. It does require being willing to have more private conversations so that I can really support the person. So the next question, and so the questions I just asked are questions that Tora put in on the when I said what person processes, workflows, and productivity topics would you like me to talk about on the channel? Those were the questions that she put in. So she just, you all gonna let Tora ask all the questions? Y'all funny. Okay, I see that. Thank you, Gary. I'm going to come back to you. Have you used or perused no, I have not Replit yet. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't actually build the software. Ha ha, you're real funny. I have not used it yet. Um, Funny that you talk about that. We're going to come back to that conversation about building software. But I have not perused it or used it yet. So I may want to go check it out and see what that's about. So one of the downsides of my profession is I learn software really fast because I've had to learn so much software in order to support my clients and understand what it was doing. So it doesn't take me any time to it's kind of scary and sometimes how fast I learn how software works and how I can look at a screen for the first time and tell you what's on the screen and where things are. So, yeah. Okay, Gary, I put your question up and talked over it. Can you share how you use your Elgato prompter in tandem with Ecamm? How do you keep eye contact with viewers through prompter while watching your monitor with Ecamm? So, I'm doing that right now. So I don't use the prompter for teleprompting in terms of putting a script up to read it, especially on the live stream. What I do is, of course, I have just kind of give you a picture. I'm not going to do this. My actual monitor, my main monitor is here to my left, and it's a, I don't know, 35-inch, 40-inch something curved monitor. And then I have my Elgato prompter. I do have another smaller monitor, but I took it down because I don't really use it. So it's sitting over on the side. I'll figure out what to do with it. So having these two monitors works great for me. Like today, I put the Ecamm comment box on the prompter. So I'm looking at what you all are saying to me and responding to it because I'm literally looking at it through the prompter where the camera is sitting inside of. So that's how I'm keeping eye contact. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I find myself if I don't and I want to know what you're saying to me, I was constantly looking over at the monitor and when I look back at the streams, I didn't like that look. It bothered me personally. So now I put the comments up on the prompter where I'm looking in the camera, I'm reading, I can follow what you all are saying, and then everything else is over on the camera. My buttons for managing the Stream Deck, managing Ecamm is on my Excel here on right in front of me. And I have 3 physical Stream Decks. I have a XL, I have a Plus, and I have a Pedal. So I use the Pedal for certain things. I use the Plus as a control to control all of the other Stream Decks, including the virtual Stream Deck. And then my main um, interface, if you will, for driving the show is on my XL. So that's how I do it. And, you know, you may teach me something to get it to be a little bit more effective. I would love to hear your thoughts about that. And I would love to hear how you all use your Stream Deck, especially those of you who are doing video conference calls and things like that, where you're having to interact with people and you want to keep eye contact and you want to know what they're saying and you want to be able to control what you put on the screen with ease and navigate. Let me know what you do and how you do it. What tools do you use for that workflow for yourself? Any other questions? Hello, David Hunt. David Hunt just joined us in the building. He just came in the building. Thank you, David Hunt. Glad to have you in the building. And I didn't do this. Thank you, Gary. I'm still getting used to upstate pickleball and paddles. Any other questions? David is gonna be first with something. He gonna come up with something. First to say yo-yo. All right. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you guys are greeting each other. That's awesome. Again, tonight is for you all. It's really for you. You said you wanted to do something and I showed up. I'm just here. That's all I'm doing. So thank you, Gary. Hey, I need to figure out what we gonna do in the warehouse. Happy birthday. Wishing you a day as beautiful and special as thank you. So you're grateful for your friendship. Hope your birthday is filled with laughter, love, and all your favorite things. Can I get some sleep? Can a girl get some sleep? That would be one of my favorite things. Can a girl get some sleep? Y'all, you're talking about burning the candle at both ends and the middle on this engagement. Let me just tell you what has been happening. Can a girl get some sleep? That'll make me happy. All right. I don't see anything new coming in. So I do want to share this, thinking of this has to do with the Stream Deck. Tora, I am so gonna get you. Um, Elgato released a new Zoom plugin. Here is what I want to caution you about. If you use the Stream Deck and you use Zoom, I'm not talking Ecamm for Zoom, I'm talking the regular old everyday, what we all know as the Zoom software. And if you have the original Zoom plugin installed in your Stream Deck, Uninstall that Zoom plugin first before you install the new Elgato Zoom plugin. So again, here's your order of operation. If you're using Stream Deck, whichever one, mobile, virtual, one of the physical ones, and you have the original Zoom plugin from Elgato on your Stream Deck, uninstall that version of the Zoom plugin. Then go to the Zoom store, the Elgato store, and install the new plugin. Do not, do not, do not, do not. This is Tech Florence warning you. Do not, big sign, do not install the new Zoom plugin on top of the old Zoom plugin. They both say Zoom, but you will be sorry if you install the new Zoom plugin on top of the old Zoom plugin. You have been warned. And somebody is still going to not heed those words. You're going to go and say, "Ooh, new plugin," and just put it on, and then you're going to be crying. Tora, let's not talk about the AC. Girl, you probably hear the fan going. That's a whole situation. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Rest tomorrow, no equip, no work, or work tomorrow. B-Day, Betty bye. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. I got a deliverable due Monday. I've got to write a master schedule before Monday morning. David, what I'm talking about today, it's whatever you all want to talk about. You guys browbeat me into doing a birthday celebration, so I'm talking about what you want to talk about. Tora says she repeats, do not. Yes, I repeated it. I need you to hear that before you call me crying talking about my Zoom, my plugin don't work. Yeah, I need you to hear it. So Tora says, you got me to show up and be celebrated. So that's a huge step for mankind. That is not a huge step for mankind. So that's what he told me to do tomorrow. Check the community posts. Yes. I haven't turned that on yet. I will. I have no idea. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I have no idea what you guys are cooking up. Ugh. I should really be afraid right now. Like seriously, because I have no idea what they're cooking up. um that's it. So I did, David, just so you know, I did show my new toy off. I did show my new toy off. My new toy. I'm taking bids on names to name her. And I did talk about the virtual stream deck, and then I just gave you the news about the Zoom plugin from Elgato. Those were the main topics that I brought up just to make sure that I was letting you all know what's going on in that realm. And if you did not get a chance to see it last week, one of the community members asked a question about the polls, and I did do a little quickie, little short blurb on how to set up the polls. Thank you, Tora. I learned because Tora showed me. I didn't know how to do it. She showed me, and then I just made a video on what she showed me how to do. I'm going to go ahead and end the Q&A. Photobomb. Okay, if you all like this name that David has come up with, let me know. Put a yes in the comment if you like the name that he gave you. He's just said to use. So we're losing people. I know folks got things to do. It's, Friday. It's been a long week for everybody. Um, Thank you guys for showing up. This is a very different type of a show for me. We will be back on track next week. The topic that I got to figure this out. The topic that I was going to cover tonight, I've got to figure out. Of course, David, you're going to vote for the one that you like. um, yes, Tora. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to have to pray about the name. Okay. So Gary has a name he's throwing out there. So I need to grab all of these. He's talking about Flo Cam. And no, because I don't like being called Flo. So I probably won't use that one because I don't like people shortening my name. But thank you. I appreciate the offer. But we'll come up with something. Don't go messing with. She said, "Don't go messing. I'm not good." I don't know what that means. Are you saying you're not good with names? I think that's what you're trying to say. And she says, "We have to." Yes, yes, I agree with you about praying about the name. So it'll come up eventually. She will replace the camera that I'm using. Um, she'll replace it. I'll get that dialed in. So you guys are throwing out stuff here now. So I'm at the David only because, well, two things. I think that's a little bit too close to a brand actual name, Camo. A little bit too close for my comfort. And shortening my name. So David, it's a ZVE10 with a 23 mil prime lens. I didn't want to do a zoom lens because I haven't been playing with cameras for so long that I didn't want to even have to deal with that at this point. I love you guys too. Thank you. Yes, my Bubba. My Bubba. So, yes, I get to tell you I love you every day. No, the original. When I was comparing them, I just was like, for the extra $300, the new features didn't make a difference for me. So I was like, no, I'll just stick with the original right now. If I decide to get a second one at some point, I may get the Mark II at that point. It may even be the Mark III by the time I'm ready to get another one. Because once I mount this one for video, I don't plan on taking it on and off of the mount. And so if I wanted to do anything, wanted to do either run and gun or just take regular photos and not have this in video mode, I would probably just get another camera. So I'm I'm gonna get you. I am gonna get you. No. No, 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 no. No. We are not doing a mega bash on nobody's front lawn. No, no. We're not doing that. But thank you for the generous consideration. I appreciate it. All right. That's all I got, y'all. If there are no other questions, I love to answer your questions. If there are no other questions, we're gonna get out of here. I do want to remind you that next week we're going to continue with our topic on that we've been talking about, which is task management and picking the right one for yourself and when you work with a team, because you do need to, there's different thinking that goes into each of those use cases. Okay. You just just you versus you with the team. And then July, we'll pick up a new topic. The last couple of months, I've missed at least one of the planned video or show topics. So I have to figure out if I'm going to just throw a couple of extra live streams in to to cover those topics or not, and go from there. So yeah, I'm confident that it will serve me well. I'm quite happy with it. She, I took her keys. I took her keys. Just so you know, David, I took the keys to the little red car. So she can't drive it nowhere. Um, so with that, I'm going to encourage you to, if you have not seen the other videos or the other live streams where we talk about task management for ourselves personally, or the one we talked about last week where I shared, what to think about, what to use, and some tools you already have access to that you can use for yourself or for your team without going to get a bunch of new software to learn. I'm a big proponent of that. If you're learning your workflow, learn your workflow with what you already have. Don't try to learn or build or develop a new workflow and learn new software tools at the same time. If you're really good with some software or you're moderately, even moderately good with a piece of software, use what you have that you already know something about how to use rather than trying to start with something you know nothing about and you're trying to figure out your workflow at the same time. It is a disaster. It is an absolute disaster. Anyone who tells you to go find software to figure out your workflow, they're telling you a big old fib. Figure out your workflow before you go get new software to help you with your workflow. In the enterprise environment, we often tell our clients, if you automate a bad process, you just have a bad process automated. It has not saved you time or money or effort or anything. It's just you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. There you go. Maybe a beautiful one, but it's still a pig. So use what you got, figure out your workflow. And if you need some assistance with that, you can reach out to me. You can email me. You can join my email list on my website. You can schedule a clarity call with me. You can come to the live stream. You can post a comment in on a video. All of them will work. You can join my online community and post comments and questions there. Lots and lots and lots of different ways for you to engage with me. So with that, put a repo boot on your car. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And thank you, Frank. Thank you for always being there. And thank you for having my back in all things. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you all for showing up. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Good night.